Hi guys, I want check my underscore YT. Today we are reviewing a game that I played. So I am reviewing this game because of I played a brilliant move in this game.
You skillfully ignored the threat.
So let's see what my opponent played.
You won with a nice mid-game mating tactic, turning an even game into victory.
This coach is talking, let's stop him. Now e4 is opening the king's pawn, controlling the center and opens up the right square, bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. Then we go g6. I like this hippopotamus defense. It is like this, not this. Yeah, now in this video I will also teach the hippopotamus defense. So like this, this is developing the right and increasing influence in the center. Now I had a chance to play something better, but I played bishop pawn to b6. I wanted to fill check to my bishops like this, move my pawns, and then develop my knights, and then move the pawns here to stop the opponent from taking their bishops in. This was my plan, but chess.com says my plan was inaccuracy. Then white develops the bishop and attacks the center. And then we fill check to our bishop, placing it on a powerful diagonal, castling the kings. My opponent played a good move because of castling the king side takes us further away from the center, and king side castling is also very popular and good. So let's go to the next move. Yeah, I can check out my bishop and I put it on a strong diagonal which put it pressure on my opponent. My opponent played excellent move. This creates space for the king to move in case it is attacked. Now we play excellent move, moving our pawn ahead so that we can develop our knights like this. So my opponent is like, I'll create a pawn storm, I'll beat up my opponent. My opponent played the mistake because of passing the pawns in the front of the king in the castling can compromise the king's safety and thus making the king vulnerable. So then I played h6. I was seeing nothing, just I wanted to complete my opening like this. Then my opponent played a best move. This move defends the pawn that was under attack before. So now I played a6, a good move. I am threatening to kick a bishop away. Yes, then my opponent played a best move. They prepare for the bishop's development. But wait, is this reviewer wrong? Where could we develop the bishop? Because of this square is covered up. Yeah, but they can develop still on these three squares. So let's see. I played an excellent move because, as I told you, I just wanted to complete my pawn defense. And my opponent played an inaccuracy because it overlooks a better way to create a pawn chain. And so now I move d5. This is an inaccuracy. This move doesn't hurt me much, but it doesn't help either. My opponent plays best move. This move puts the bishop on the safer square. Then I played an inaccuracy. I missed an attack on the opponent's pawn chain. Then my opponent is like, I would not let myself win like this. And they play a mistake, and that's an unfortunate error. Then I played a miss. I moved quickly. Yes, see, I moved in just 2 seconds, missing the only good move. And then my opponent played queen to d2. I played c5, the best move, attacking the pawn chain. they played a mistake. The game was close to balance, but now white is very worse than black. So I played the best move because that was a fair trade. Then my opponent captured my pawn, takes back, but yes, my opponent captured my pawn, an excellent move. Now I captured my pawn to g5 pawn. I played a good move, this wins a pawn. My opponent played queen to g5. That overlooks a better way to recapture a piece. Then I recaptured the pawn and I will not let you win the game like this. So then my opponent played bishop goes to e2. They missed an opportunity to win material through a tactic. Then I played a blunder. I allowed my opponent to fork my pieces. Then my opponent played a great move by forking my pieces, but I recaptured back. And my opponent is attacking my rook, but they overlooked an opportunity to tactically win a knight. So then we go back to attack the queen. They are like, I need to move my queen away, I need to move it. I attack the queen, winning a tempo when it moves away. Then my opponent plays an inaccuracy. This permits the opponent to eventually win material. I played the best move because this is the best move to win material. Then my opponent played an inaccuracy because this is the wrong piece to capture with and lead to a loss of material. I missed it and I don't know why I played this move, but from minus 4.3 to plus 0.7, just one miss. I overlooked an opportunity to win material through a tactic. Then my opponent plays the best move. This prevents the opponent from being able to win a bishop through a fork. This means this prevents me from being able to win a bishop through a fork. Then I captured the rook thinking this would be a good move, but it puts me into disadvantage by plus 1.4 because of my opponent can capture this rook and take control of top and file, and my opponent did that. White combines recapturing with the development of a new piece. But yes, unfortunately, my opponent didn't play this move. My opponent captured with the king. Yes, I thought my opponent captured from the rook, a best move, but my opponent captured from the king. Then I was like, I need to defend my bishop, and I played king to f7, putting white in advantage. Then my opponent played knight to g5, giving me check, and I played king to f8. My opponent played queen to f3, and I was like, I left everything. I wanted to do this attack, and because after this attack, if they block from the knight, then I will just be captured from the bishop because of my bishop is defended from my knight. I played a blunder. As you can see, white is now in plus 4.71. I permitted IBN/AQ to capture knight and win material after the follow-up trades. My opponent played knight to h7, a great move, winning a knight with that fork. I played an inaccuracy. I played king to g8, attacking the knight, but I didn't saw that my knight is even hanging. If I saw this, I would be sure not to play this brilliant move in the game. I attacked the knight and my opponent missed to capture my knight. Because of this move misses an opportunity to capture knight and win material after the follow raids. And after that comes the thing for which I made my video. So now I played the legendary brilliant move bishop to b7. I skillfully ignored the threat and played a fantastic move. Then my opponent is like, yeah, Messi Sarava, I won a knight. Now my opponent has no chance to win. But I played bishop capture f6, really doing what my opponent thought, but my opponent then plays the best move that, and this threatens me for an eventual checkmate. See if I played any random move like this would be a blunder because of my opponent can go here, and then like this my opponent can move here, and even a move like this would not work because of yet this and this. But I don't know how. I played a mistake and saved myself from checkmate. This move loses a pawn, but at least nothing else. And my opponent played a great move. And then I played a good move. It is a good strategy to develop my piece and win a tempo on the queen. My opponent played a miss because that leaves a knight open to being captured. This misses an opportunity to technically win a rook. So I again played a miss. My opponent is in very much advantage. I overlooked an opportunity to capture vulnerable knight. But how? I played this. I played this myself to fork these two pieces because of the rook is already defended. Then my opponent is like, oh, I'll give him a check and he moves here, then I can escape my knight, something like in the herald. So this move puts the queen on the safer square, and then I'm like, really my opponent is thinking that, then why don't I attack the queen itself? But this was an inaccuracy, and I'm telling you a fact. The last two moves my opponent played both of the blunders and I played both of the great moves. So I overlooked an opportunity to evade the check from the opposing queen, and I permitted the opponent to trade down material. Then my opponent gives away a free knight and I capture it, a great move. My plan was to move my queen here and give white a mate, and then yes, my opponent captured the knight, eventually leading me to the checkmate. And this is a laddered mate or a rag mate because of before we can even do this, our opponents click the flag. So the best move for me was this move. Brilliant! Because of in this move, I had no idea my opponent is attacking my knight, and I moved here and I wanted to do this. So guys, I understood one thing. To get brilliant moves, you should ignore threats and make new threats for your opponent. So guys, as I told you, I'm gonna teach you how to play Igbo defense, which I played in this game from black. So our opponent plays like any of these moves. We'll first move here. So we'll move here with the idea of penetrating this bishop like this. Then we are making just dummy moves for the opponent. Great. So For this opening, first you will dignal the